Do you believe it's possible to manifest what you want whilst feeling depressed? Well, what I've found when it comes to emotions and manifesting your reality is that you can feel really intense emotions and manifest anything. It doesn't matter if the emotion is negative or positive, okay? And so if you're angry, you can use that emotion of anger to manifest your reality. It just needs to be an intense emotion. So yes, you can manifest your reality whilst being depressed or having anxiety. In fact, lo and behold, it's one of the best times to actually manifest your intentions because your subconscious is wide open. Whenever we feel an intense emotion, our subconscious is easy to be programmed. When it comes to manifesting your reality whilst feeling depressed, you want to be programming your subconscious mind for positive outcomes. And sometimes that's easier said than done whilst feeling depressed, but you literally just want to know what you want and watch videos on YouTube around what you want. For example, if it's around money, start studying money, start studying the area of building an online business or your own business or something like this. And as you begin listening to these things, it's going to go straight into your subconscious mind. You could be watching things about relationships and manifesting a relationship, or looking at a couple online that's into vlogging and they're dating and they've been together for a long time and they're showing their journey. And as you begin to watch that, your subconscious mind starts to get reprogrammed because you're in a very intense emotional state. So when you're feeling pain, when you're feeling fear, when you're feeling anger, all of these negative emotions can be used to facilitate and create the reality that you want. It sounds counterintuitive. A lot of people say you need to raise your vibration, you need to feel good, you need to be grateful, you need to be in a positive state and all of this stuff. But the truth of the matter is, the way the subconscious works is it goes wide open. It is able to be reprogrammed when you have intense emotion. It doesn't matter if that emotion is positive or negative. Anything can be exchanged, transmuted when it comes to energy, okay? And so we have to understand we can shift, we can change, we can use a negative emotion and transmute it into something positive, a positive outcome. That's just how reality works. And so when it comes to depression and feeling this intense emotion of depression, yes, you can use it to create the reality that you want. Now, obviously, when you're depressed, sometimes you don't feel like doing anything. You don't feel like getting stuff done or whatever it is. And what I would say to that again is do things that are within your control. Do things that are within your power. And that might be just watching, YouTube videos or comedy or something like this, where you don't have to do much at all, but you're training your subconscious mind and it might lift your state a little bit. By the end of this video, I'm going to be sharing with you some things that would help you get out of depression, because that's not somewhere where you want to stay. But overall, you want to do things within your control that makes you feel a little bit better so that you can reprogram your subconscious mind and manifest your reality. In terms of your manifestations and the things that you're wanting to manifest into your life, let's say you're watching videos around the area of love, right? If you're wanting to manifest love and you want, your partner, your dream life partner, your divine love to come into your life, then you have to understand that it's not just gonna, come instantly. Maybe there's gonna be a time where it's perfect for you or perfect for this person to show up in your life, all right? And so maybe you're going through the dark night of the soul right now and you're going through a hard time and you're having all of these challenges. And after you come out of that particular experience, you'll meet your soulmate or the person that you love. Or maybe it's around the area of money and you want to manifest money. Maybe you're going through the dark night of the soul right now, you're having a hard time, challenges. And after you go through those lessons and experiences, on the other side, maybe a bunch of abundance and success available for you. Okay, so let me just go over here. I've got something over here just on the cooker. So I'm just going to turn this off real quick. Okay, so we have to understand that sometimes there's a process that you need to go through in order to create the reality that you want. Okay, so give yourself time, give yourself some patience, and just be with where you're at. There's nothing better than settling in to where you are at and resting in it rather than trying to fight it. Because when you try and fight something, it's almost like it creates more of it. War begets more war. Okay, and I know you don't want to feel like this. I know you want to come out of this particular state. However, resting in it and being okay and relaxing into it actually eases the depression and anxiety. This is something that I've personally been through myself. I know how hard it is and how challenging it can be. And so when we give that sense of relaxation and leaning into it and just being with depression, it can really calm down things for you, and then you can take the necessary steps to overcome it. Okay, so what I want to do right now is share with you some things that you can do to overcome depression. So first of all, you want to understand that depression can be psychological. It can be an emotional trauma from the past. It could be even your environment that's making you depressed. Okay, and so we have to figure out, okay, what is it that's actually causing this? Is it a hormone imbalance? Is it my psychology? Did I go through something that caused this to happen? Do I need certain nutrients in my body? Am I missing certain nutrients, minerals? What is it that's actually, is it low energy? Am I fatigued? Do I have any illnesses? Do I have fatigue? Do I have anemia? Do I have, any of this stuff? Is my gut, bad? Is my digestion good? Because the reality is your second brain is your digestive system. And when that's out of whack, you will experience anxiety and depression. And so we want to basically take care of our health and make sure we're eating the right foods, eliminating things like, or reducing things like sugar, gluten, dairy, because these can cause certain symptoms in the body and inflammation and things like this, and really destroy your gut bacteria and much more. And so another thing that you might want to look into when it comes to depression is serotonin and dopamine. If you have anxiety, you want to look into GABA. Serotonin and dopamine, dopamine being your reward neurotransmitter and serotonin being your happiness neurotransmitter. If you look into the precursors to creating serotonin in the body or dopamine in the body, right? You are now going to enable yourself to be more happy, okay? Because you're consuming the supplements or the foods that facilitate creating happiness, right? Happiness is literally a neurotransmitter. I'm sure there's other biological processes in the body that create happiness, but the main one is serotonin. And so if you're getting enough of that within your body, then things will change for you. Okay, and again, I'm not a doctor or anything like this. This is something that you want to go ahead and research yourself. Don't just go ahead and buy a bunch of things. There's a supplement like 5-HTP. There's different herbs like ashwagandha, rhodiola rosea that you can use to calm down the system and organize the system. You can look into adaptogenic herbs, all different types of adaptogenic herbs like reishi mushroom, for example, and literally just researching how you can change your biology. Okay. Also, what's really important is staying hydrated and exercising. Moving your body creates serotonin, and exercising, if you're stagnant, that can be very detrimental to your health. And so I'm not saying that you need to physically exercise really hard, because sometimes that can be hard when you're depressed, but just going for a walk outside in nature will be helpful for your body, even though it might be really challenging and you're feeling really heavy and you don't feel like doing that stuff. So, but just do it anyway to give your body some fresh air. You're getting out in nature and stuff like this. Okay. Depression can also be psychological. So basically something that's happened to you in the past, traumas, pains, emotions, breakups, divorces, someone passing away. It could be anything that's triggered this depression. And it's always like you're locked into this low vibrational or low emotional state. We can find out what triggered this particular thing, and as you begin to heal that time in your life, that experience in your life, whether it was a breakup, a divorce, or a hard time, someone passing away, whatever it was, as you begin to heal that, maybe it's a whole upbringing. Maybe it's something that you was treated a certain way when you grew up, and that led to you feeling a certain way about life and how you perceive reality and perceive the world. You might have a global belief about reality that's making you feel depressed. For example, you might think the world is a bad place and you don't want to be here and you just want to leave because it's just negative, negative, negative. This is a global subconscious pattern, and as you begin to shift that subconscious pattern, your life will completely transform, because you can always change your perspectives. You can always change your view on life, all right? And so as you begin to reprogram your subconscious mind to believe something different, then you'll begin to experience something different. You know, you can still think about, you know, how you thought before, and you can even get to the point where you laugh at how you thought before, you know, and that's how powerful the subconscious mind is. You get to rewire your brain and construct your brain however it is that you want. And so if you could choose between being depressed and believing that the world is amazing, what would you choose? You would choose to believe that the world is amazing. And as you begin to feel that, you begin to experience more of that in your own personal reality. Maybe you consciously know that there's other things going on in the world and there's negativity going on in the world, but your reality is absolutely beautiful, it's absolutely amazing, and so you create more of that. And as you believe in more of that, it's almost like you become an extension of this greatness, of this happiness, and it goes outward. As you begin to focus and cultivate it more and more, you now start impacting other people's lives with your happiness. And so you change the world by changing yourself. You see, if we're just walking around with depression and, you know, being a victim to the depression and cultivating more of that, now you're creating more of that in your reality, and it's spiraling into other people's lives. And so it's more powerful for you to realize that you have the power to shift your subconscious patterns, as well as shifting your biology and shifting your emotions to the point where you can be who it is that you would prefer to be. You can literally choose who you would prefer to be and be that, and literally become accustomed to a new identity, and that identity will begin creating a new reality. All right. And so one more thing that could be affecting you is your actual vibrational state, not your emotions, not how you feel on any given day. This is your actual vibrational state. Like a radio station, you got the dial and you turn it, and there's different radio stations, and different radio stations have different kinds of music and things like this. Well, what station are you tuned into vibrationally? Like your actual vibration, not how you feel on any given day. How the universe actually perceives you is very, very important on your manifestations, how quick your manifestations happen, your amount of luck, your amount of success, you working harder than the next person. You know, let's say, for example, there's two people, they're identical, they're twins, they got the same job, they got the same everything, right? One of them has an amazing amount of success. The other one really struggles, just because they resonate at two different frequencies. And again, this has nothing to do with how they feel. They both feel the same, they both whatever, but their vibrational frequency is different. This is an energetic thing. This is a thing that you can't see, but it's where you resonate at, okay? And so what I'm doing right now is free energy readings where I diagnose where you resonate at vibrationally, okay? Where your actual vibration is and where you need to be in order to transform your external reality and how you feel about yourself, how you feel about the world, and things like this, okay? So if you're interested in getting that and you're wanting to know what your vibrational frequency is, then you can get your free energy reading. I'll be making a customized video on my phone just for you, and I'll be sending that to you via WhatsApp. My number and the WhatsApp link will be below, where you can go ahead and request for the free the free energy reading and the manifestation diagnosis session as well. All right. I know how challenging it can be to be going through depression, but you can absolutely manifest the reality that you want whilst feeling depressed. And there's a polarity to that, and there's a way out. So as long as you don't play the victim and you have that purpose at the back of your mind pushing you to find a solution to what you're going through. And again, if you need help and assistance with that as well, just go ahead and send us a message on WhatsApp to get your free energy reading, and that's going to give you the support that you need to go ahead and take things to the next level. All right, so check out yesterday's video over here, and remember to keep learning, keep growing, keep expanding, and I'll speak to you soon. Peace.